This is going to be a race which could come down to 1989 and a close battle of the finish. Okay. The Tour de France this year is interesting for many reasons, but one, because there's no journalist living, and as I say, I've done 52 of them by then, that's ever gone anywhere else but Paris for the finish of the Tour. It's going to be very strange going into Nice the day before, having a stage from Nice up a mountain, then the riders coming back to Nice or Monaco and staying there for the final run. Monaco's next door to Nice. It's only around the corner, and they're going to time try. It's hilly though. They're going to time back into the finish down by the Promenade des Anglais. And so I think it's going to be an interesting sting in the tail, but we won't know till that last week. You've got the climb of the big climb, major climb, of course, is the Pla de Day, which is down in Saint-Laurent-Choulon. That was where the Basque separatists group back in, I think it was 1975, tried to blow me away. They put a bomb right next door to my hotel and took out a lot of cars and motorcycles, but thankfully nobody injured. And that was my first time I'd ever been to Saint-Laurent-Choulon. Beautiful cul-de-sac town, tucked away in the Pyrenees. The only way out is the way you came in, but every finishing line for the Tour de France is up a huge, huge mountain, like the Pla de Day. And so I love the place. And it's so small, the journalists usually have to go up by cable car to watch the finish, because coming down the mountain after the tour's finished, well, bank on 3 to 4 hours to get back to the press room. So the best way up is by cable car. And the race will be on the end of its tail by then. And then you come to a last day time trial. We could, because we've got the guys with the reputations to run each other close, like Tadej. I'm quite sure that Jonas Vingegaard will start, although they're keeping it under wraps, saying will he, won't he? It's a very good publicity stunt, I think, because I think he'd be ready. And there will be surprises, of course. What about Roglic, who showed us how, with his brilliant tactical, he knows his limited ability, but he knows how to ride a great tactical race. Got a great team to back him, like Vlasov, who's going to pace him as long as he can in the mountains. This is going to be a race which could come down to 1989 and a close battle of the finish. And remember when Tadej worked over Roglic, the final time trial was down this part of the woods the day before the Tour finished. And that was where Tadej knocked Roglic off his perch there a couple of years ago. So I think it'd be a great Tour. We don't know about Remco Evenepoel. He faltered a little bit in the Dauphiné, having led for one day, but he couldn't handle the high mountains. But, you know, this man is a winner, and he has 2 weeks to continue, and then a little ride in, because you've got your journey through Italy for a few days, and then you come in on the east of France, and then you kind of start your journey north rather, and you don't go very far north this year. You go up to Troyes, which is a lovely area, not quite so hilly as normal, but all around north of Paris and all over poor old Normandy and all across now to Brittany and over to the Bourgogne region. There's no Tour de France this year. It then turns south, and we race down through the Pyrenees, down to Po, across the basement. Then we go north again up towards the Alps. And then we almost cross where we were over 2 weeks earlier, but the roads almost touch, but we're going the other way now. We're heading down to the finish and down to the bottom end and the showdown before we race down to the finish in Nice. A very interesting race, and I think the route's designed. I don't believe Tadej Pogačar can possibly do what he did in the Giro. That's get the lead on the second day and win by almost 10 minutes. I think that will not be the case, and I don't think Tadej will try to pull that one off too quickly this time. But I love that cyclist. I love him because he's a precocious boy who loves to race his bike, and if you can go, he reminds me he's a carbon copy of Eddy Merckx.